aspect of the government's austerity measures.
I just wanted a quick word on behalf of Pat Cleary, the Green Party councillor who was elected recently in Birkenhead and Tranmere Ward. He can't make it today, but he asked if I would say something on his behalf. And what I want to say is that, firstly, the Green Party has been against the bedroom tax from the start. We've called for its abolition. We have campaigned with the anti-bedroom tax campaigners as much as we possibly have been able. We call for abolition now, not at some theoretical time in the future when the government might change. The Labour Party has said when elected they will abolish the bedroom tax. We say they should be campaigning now up and down the country, telling local councils how to support tenants, how to advise them. They should be telling social landlords not to be charging for box rooms. The local councils can do this.
Anyway, we should see you.
The local council recently changed their stance thanks to pressure from the anti-bedroom tax campaign and from the Green Party. Pat Cleary's first interview publicly on being elected called on Wirral Council to stop appealing against tenants who had won at the lower level tribunal. What the council was doing was appealing against tenants at the upper tribunal, trying to get those decisions reversed, even though they had won on the basis of having a box charged on that. Wirral Council has now changed its position on that, which is a welcome change, but they can go much further, and we call on them to stop sending representatives to appeal tribunals. Liverpool Council is not sending representatives to appeal tribunals. Wirral Council should do the same. They would save the council money. They're always talking about saving taxpayers' money, and they would be helping tenants who are in dire straits, who, as has been said already today, are suicidal in many cases, cannot pay for food and energy bills. Why isn't Wirral Council standing with them and fighting against the bedroom tax with the anti-bedroom tax campaign? That's what we say in the Green Party Wirral Council should do, and the Labour Party should do generally. Thank you very much.
Juliet, come on.
Hi, it's Juliet from Reclaim. We're an anti-bedroom tax group that operates out of Kirkdale, but will work with anyone, anywhere. And we were the group that actually took some of the first tribunals here in the Wirral when Rob was on his holidays last year. We've got one of the first winners from Wirral, which I think was David Steeds. He got 2 bedrooms out, which is fantastic. But let us remember that there are thousands and thousands of people across Merseyside, across the country, who are affected by the bedroom tax. They don't have the means to appeal. They don't know how to do it. It's not well known. So we're only touching a real minority of people. We claim we've done 20 appeals. Big deal. 25,000 in Merseyside alone. But I must say that we are winning. The judges, we had a judge this week, Judge Dwyer from Manchester. First thing he said in the tribunal was, I need to tell you my personal opinion about the bedroom tax. He said, I totally disagree with it. I totally disagree with it, but today my job is to look at the facts of the case. And the facts of the case was, it was a small bedroom. We won that case. That room had not been used as a bedroom since the tenant moved in 1969 at the age of 6. Never used as a bedroom, despite the fact there were 9 children in the family and 2 adults in the family. So, you know, we're having a laugh here. I've been to measure bedrooms that are 29 square feet. And some judges will have a look at that bedroom and say, oh, can I get a bed in that room? So if I can get a bed in that room, it's therefore a bedroom. So those judges are in the minority. We are winning now, but what we're also going to see, and we're seeing it already, is evictions really ramping up. We've got one coming up in St Helens. St Helens have told the tenants they've run out of DHP. This woman's already had an eviction adjourned, put aside twice, right? And a majority of the arrears are bedroom tax arrears. Also, just last week we saw, or 2 weeks ago now, the 18th of July, a very vulnerable man in Sefton, a one-bedroom tenant, he had other arrears, but the bedroom tax tipped him over the edge, and One Vision Housing changed the locks and informed nobody. That man now is spending his nights either in police custody or in Aintree. That's where he is left. Homelessness in this city is rising. If you've ever tried to get somebody in a hostel recently, you'll find out that in the YMCA alone in Liverpool, very big modern hostel, 70 beds. Anyone guess what the waiting list is, which is closed? Anyone guess?
340?
It's 100 people are on the waiting list for the YMCA in Liverpool alone. So we can see that the problem of homelessness, of the lack of housing, is only going to increase. And people like us and other organisations are often the only people that are in the way of people losing their homes. So it's really important that Wirral Anti-Bedroom Tax Campaign, all the groups across the country, that their name gets out there, that people join together with others and find strength from working with others. We will continue. Reclaim are finding the work quite a strain at the moment. Been spending my Sundays sticking bits of numbers on room plans. But this is all about the defence of tenants. How do they defend their homes? They don't have the money to pay. There's not necessarily a so-called discretionary housing payment, which is a sticking plaster. So what else can they do? The other thing they can do, and it may even stop an eviction, is they have to appeal. They have to appeal, and that's what's happening today. 100 appeals is 100 defences of people's homes, and it's also 100 ways in which we can tell local councils and the government that we value our social housing. It's a valued part of our communities. Thank you.
We have other examples of tenants here who have either won or are challenging the bedroom tax decision. There is Kiko from Liverpool, where the judge made a very significant comment. That comment was that the council had a statutory responsibility to ensure that minimum space standards were being observed. He is one judge who has actually made it clear that he regards any room of less than 70 square feet as unfit to serve as a bedroom. And that judgment was very significant because our grounds for appeal develop all the time. In this matter in relation to prison cell size is something we have picked up on over the last couple of weeks. But Wirral Council enforces a standard for houses in multiple occupation where the room size must be greater than 70 square feet to serve as a bedroom. But they can feel they can turn around and say that is just for bedsit, it is not for social housing, it is not for the bedroom tax. This is why we insist that in future there be no representation from Wirral Council and cases of appeal to the local benefit tribunal. As far as we're concerned, a room to be fit as a bedroom must accommodate minimum standard of furniture. It is not just a bed that defines whether or not a room is a bedroom. It has to be used to store clothes, to to change, to dress, to undress, to do all the things that are normally done within a bedroom. And that is what we are arguing in benefit tribunals. Phil Davis, leader of the Labour Council, has made one small concession to us. It is a small concession because although he has said Labour Council, the council officials will not challenge successful appeals, he also knows that the Department for Work and Pensions will automatically do so. And that is what is happening at this point in time. Liverpool, we believe, has a similar policy, but in Kiko's case, it is the Department of Work and Pensions which is now demanding that his case go to the upper tribunal. We want to ensure the maximum chance of success for our appeals. And that means that we have to ensure that the Labour Council here does not allow council officials to appear at tribunals. It is a very, very small concession, in fact, but one which may make the difference for many, many appeals. So that is what we are demanding of Phil Davis. It is all very well for him to claim in public that the Labour Council and Labour councillors are taking every opportunity to fight the bedroom tax. But we've been doing this for 15 months, and frankly, we have seen nothing. We have seen councillors at our meetings who are so ill-informed about the bedroom tax, about social housing, that they are just an embarrassment. We know that there is lots more that the Labour Council can do, but they are so beholden to central government, not just in terms of bedroom tax, but enforcing vicious cuts in services and jobs, that they will not say boo to a goose. So it is down to us to continue the struggle. Thank you very much for coming along today. If there is anybody else who wants to say something, this is an open mic.
Yeah. That's a good now, yeah. That'd be, there aren't those ones to move into. Yeah, I think that's good.
Yes. We are handing in 100 appeals. We also have appeal forms with us for those tenants who want to submit an appeal today. We have a meeting tonight to start to chart out where we go next with the campaign. We would urge as many people as possible to come to that meeting. It is at 7 o'clock tonight, and it is at the Charing Cross Methodist Centre, just opposite where we started the march from. So it's 7 o'clock this evening. Please come along, because we need to decide the next steps in our campaign and building its public profile.
Have you got an appeal form?
Yes. That's it, yeah. But it's not quite it, because there is a handing in of the appeals, which is what happened in South Wirral, in Eastham, actually. So that's the bit that's coming up next. So we'll just look at that, and maybe get that on a separate file. Oh, yes. Could do, yeah. Okay, I think I've got that. These are just waited for the handing in bits coming up next, isn't it?
Oh, that is it, right.